Hi stitchy friends, welcome to Cross My Stitches. My name is Jackie and today is the 29th of December 2025. Just a few more days to go before the end of the year and we're into 2026. I have no idea where it went. My days just fly by. Even though I'm no longer working, it seems like my days just whiz on by and just days become weeks into months into years. And here we are. So I'm going to do an update. I meant to do this on Friday, but of course that didn't happen. There was a lot going on, so I wasn't able to get a video up. So I'm here today. This is probably going to be a quick one, although every time I say that, it gets a little longer than I expect it to. But I do want to get back with you, tell you where I'm at with things, what I've been stitching on the last few weeks. About 11 days, 12 days ago, I did a whip parade. So anything I did before the whip parade, you saw updates on my stitching. And so we're just going to go from that day forward and show you what I've been working on. So I do have a couple of finishes to show. I have a few whips to show. I'm going to talk about plans for next year and as well as my birthday stitch and birthday sale coming up on Wednesday the 31st. And I think that's it. Oh, and I want to show you some pictures of something, of someone's stitches that are just so gorgeous, and the way they are finished. I want to share that with you, and she gave me permission to do that, so we'll do that in the video as well. So let's talk about finishes first, because that's normally where I start. So I did finish 1, 2, 3 items. The first one I don't think I have shared, but 2 of them are Shannon Christine's on her Facebook page, not her group, but her Facebook page. She shares free holiday cross stitch patterns, the little minis, and she does them for lots of different seasons, including Easter and Valentine's Day and Christmas. So this one is the Santa that she shared not this year but last year, and I ended up finishing it into a little ornament, and I wanted to show that. So this is what it looks like. And this is stitched on a 28 count white opalescent, although you probably can't see the sparkles. It does have sparkles in it. I wanted to make it big enough that it would fit on this ornament. And this is a ornament that I bought not this year but last year at Walmart. So it just gives you an idea of different things you can do. Now I covered up what was in here. You can see that, you'll see that green polka dotted paper behind it. That is scrapbook paper. So I covered up what was there behind it, and then I mounted little Santa on a piece of mat board and put a little bit of fluff in it so he's got some squish to him. And there he is. He's all set on there. I apologize for the light. Once again, it keeps coming and going. And when it comes out, it is super bright, so I can't even face it to do this. I have to do it this way. So we're going to do our best as we can with the light that we have. So that is Santa, and just super cute. I'm sure I will show. Okay. I know I have said that I'm going to do tutorials, and I do mean to get the tutorials done. I have not finished anything that I said I was going to do a tutorial on yet. It's one of those things where I really have to be in the correct mindset to do, or I won't do it right. So, and it's been a whirlwind of health issues this year, so I apologize. I will get them done. I will get them up. But this will be one that I'll show you. It's very simple on different things you can do with your cross stitch ornaments to finish them if you're not a finisher. If you don't feel like you can finish something fancy, there are other ways. There are pre-made ornaments if you just look around, and you can do it yourself. So that is the Santa, and I will at some point do a tutorial on how to finish these simple ones like this. I also stitched on the same fabric the snow globe, the snowman snow globe. So of course he will be one of the ones I will finish and show how I did it. Got him finished. And they're really cute. They're very simple designs. They're easy to stitch. You can do them in a day or two. Lots of fun. The next thing I finished was Heart and Hands Frosty Tiny Town. So this is the pattern here. Looks like this. And I finished mine on a 32 count Magic Gray by Bestitch Me. And this is how it turned out. I'm going to try to lay it across the pattern here to show it, but this is how it turned out. I didn't iron it or anything, I'm sorry. And I'm wearing my pajamas today, so you'll excuse me for my pajamas. So there it is. And I put buttons. I put one, a black one on the snowman for the coal. Oh, I hate this lighting. And then all the way down. So as I've discussed before, I have the display for this that I need to paint. So when I get around to painting it, I will be sure to share that as well as how I'm painting it. My thought process is to do it in crackling paint with white and a very light gray. I just wanted some kind of texture on it. And so this is the first time I'm going to try it too. I hope it comes out. And if I make mistakes, hopefully you'll learn from those mistakes along the way. But there, of course, now the light comes out now that I've already shown that. So those were my finishes, those little things in the last couple weeks. I did stitch on a few things as well. The first one that I stitched on was the Russian owl pattern, which is this here. He is very long. He is a huge piece. I am still working on his face. I hadn't touched this one in a couple of years. And so I pulled it out, put some stitches in it, and I ended up doing, let's see, that's almost 700 stitches on his face. I didn't take him out of my hoop. This is just the way he's going to be seen. And there he is. He is just beautiful. I love his face. He is going to be a huge design. And I can't wait to see him finished. But he is very confetti type stitching, so it does take a while. I'm hoping I'm not going to put this away, then I'm going to continue working on it and get it done. But he is spectacular. As you can see, he does actually look that good when he's fully finished. So just beautiful. On the black fabric, he looks like he's just flying. I have a perfect spot in my house for it to go if I ever get him done. Like everything else I stitch, if I get it done. This video is going to be a hot mess, okay? It is what it is. I just wanted to get it out there and get back on schedule again, so I apologize. The next one that I worked on was Lady of the Flag. I'll post a picture here of what the pattern looks like. I know everybody knows what Lady of the Flag looks like. And I worked on this, and I completed 586 stitches. I'm going to show it all the way, and then I'll show up close up where I stitched on it. She has been done on a 32 count Lugana called We the People fabric. It is through Fabric Flare. And as you can see, I'm all the way down here. I'm working along the bottom. I've said before that I'm going to do her head last, and then I'll do the beading. What I did do was this right here. I finished this. It was way up here. I finished this all the way down. And believe it or not, that's 586 stitches. So, in a little while, I'm going to show you one completed that is just beautiful, beautiful. It's one of the pictures I want to share with you guys. So that was Lady of the Flag. Then I started working on, and I did not stitch for several days, so that's why the lack of stitching this time. Other things going on between family and other things. I worked on, if I can get this flipped up. Probably not. Let me fix this. I worked on Christmas Village by Prairie Schooler. I'm going to pull Lady of the Flag off of here because she's in the way. And what I started doing was outlining the houses. I figured if I could get them outlined and then do mindless stitching as I was stitching them, that would make it easier. Now this one I'm working on a 20 count Aida, and it's called Sand Dollar. It is by Bestitch Me. And so that's what I was doing. I am outlining the houses. So right now I have completed 591 stitches just on that outlining. It's hard to believe, but holy cow. Oh, and I did a couple of trees. Sorry, I did 4 trees up there and I outlined. So she's looking absolutely great. I've got to finish this border. I'm going to try to run the border. The border is really mindless once you get the rhythm of this, how many stitches you need. This, looking on this side, you can see it's only one leg of the stitch going down, so I need to run that back up and finish the border, because once I finish that, it's going to make it a lot easier just to start putting stuff in at random. And even if it's like outlining the houses and stuff so I can get ready to start filling them in, that would be great. So I worked on that one. And of course, there's a thread hanging on it. And then my last one that I worked on that was a whip is, nope, I take it back. That was the only other one. Christmas Village, right? And I showed you the pattern, right? Did I show you the pattern? Christmas Village. I mean, it's got a lot of trees, a lot of trees. So I'm trying to do, every time I pick it up, try to do 4 trees. 4 trees, which is 2 lengths of thread, usually a little less. And then turn around and try to get the houses in. Because we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buildings. I don't want to say just houses because there's a school and a church and stuff like that. So 9 buildings and several trees and horses and carriages and stuff. So just a lovely, lovely design. Excuse me. Okay, so that is what I worked on as far as whips. I did have some new starts. And let's see, the first one is, what did I do with them? Right here. Okay, so I started a Prairie Schooler Santa. So I had this idea, trying to see what's on this piece of fabric so I can fix it before I show it, because this is crazy fabric. Oh, I think it's this way. This way. Okay. I'm just so disorganized today. I had this idea about Prairie Schooler Santas. I really love them. I've done several of them. This is the Fisherman Santa. And what I thought of doing is doing a set of 3 on a pillow and doing them in 7 count cloth stern, which would make them really large. So on the pillow, it would be a good size, sofa size pillow. And I was wondering how that would work for me. So what I started doing is I chose this Santa to do as a single pattern on a piece of 7 count cloth stern that I already have. And I over dyed it. So it was an ivory piece of fabric, and I over dyed it to blue because it's, you know, ocean, piece of fisherman. And I'm trying to see how it looks with the 6 full strands of thread, because the choices are either going to use 6 strands of DMC thread or you're going to use a number 3 pearl cotton. So I decided I'd try the 6 strands of thread, and this is a little wrinkled, so I apologize, and see how it looks. And this is where I'm at right now. So I have done, this is his coat. His coat is yellow, right? You can see. So I'm right here. I'm all in his coat and stuff. And then the top of his coat is here. And then that's the cuff of his coat. But that's where it's at right now. And I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. I'm going to finish it. But I'm not sure I want to do all 3 this way. So I may have to do them a little bit smaller, is my thought. Maybe I can do them on 11 count and get a fabric that's 11 count and do it with the 3 or 4 strands of thread, because I'm not particularly wild over this, but I still want to finish it. I want to get him done. This whipped up pretty quick. I worked on him for, I think this is 1 day's worth of stitches, and I did 629 stitches on this. And it's hard to, like, again, the light's really bad, but it's hard to see this, but there he is there. So, and this is the fish hanging down. And I'm just working my way up. I kind of started in the middle, went down, got his coat done, and then I'm working my way up. And the fabric is like I want to say this is like the 900 series of color. I mixed a couple of colors to get this, and I almost want to say it's like 932, maybe. I don't know. So like I said, I don't know if I'm overly crazy about it, but I wanted to try it because I didn't want to buy all the stuff and then turn around and say, no, I don't like that and I don't want to do that when you're putting 3 Santas on a piece of fabric. So I think I'm going to cut down the size some. Like I said, I might do an 11 count, which is going to make it significantly smaller, but with the 3 of them on there, I don't know. I'm going to play with it. I'm not going to worry about it right now. It was just a thought rolling around in my head, and I thought I would try it. And so now that I know that I probably won't like that look because the fabric is so open weaved, and it's not, I'm not a fan of that. I've stitched on 11 count before because I completed my Mr. Jingles on it. So I'm okay with that fabric. But I'm trying to make it bigger. The only other choice I could have is use 14 count and do it over 2, which would make it 7 count, which would make it that size. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do, but it's something I'm working on. I want to finish working on that. The next one I did was I am working on a Christmas ornament that I started. And this is out of the Cross Stitch or no, just Cross Stitch magazine, I think. Yep, Winter 2024. And it is this pattern here, which is the Noel pattern. And I am doing it on a piece of 32 count. It is a green linen, but I don't know the color. It's a mystery linen. Hold on, I'm trying to get the needle out of it here, or at least away from it. And I have gotten this far already. And I think I really like it on this green linen. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty green. There we go. Probably see it better that way. Using the colorful colors. And it's right now, I think it's going to be like 2.5 inches, maybe 3 inches. But really cute. I had saved this, been wanting to do it. And I found this green linen. It was stuck someplace where it shouldn't have been stuck when I was cleaning out my drawers. And I said, ooh, that would look so pretty with that pattern. So that's what I'm doing. And I think they used, let's see, they used Under the Mistletoe Belfast linen from Forbidden Fiber Co. That's what they used. Really cute. I like that they put it on, sorry, this is wrinkled right in the center. They put it on that big wood snowflake. Right there you can see. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with mine, but I wanted to do it. I thought it was really adorable pattern. So I am working on that still. Even after Christmas, it's okay. It's a small, so it makes it kind of easy. And then let me get the rest of this mess out of the way. I did have a Christmas Day start, and I did start Lavender and Lace's Gift of Peace. It's this Santa right here. He is inspired by Laura, Lala D Stitches. She is doing this one. She started it before, way before Christmas, but she's got hers probably more than halfway done, and he is just so glorious that I had to pick the same fabric she's using because I absolutely loved it. And of course, I haven't got that much done on it because it was Christmas, so I got 206 pieces, 206 stitches on it, but that's how much I got done. That little bit, which is his coat running under his beard, and that is it. But look how pretty that fabric is. It is a beautiful fabric. And it's only a half of a fat quarter. So there's another piece and there is another Santa design. I'm hoping it'll fit on the other half. But absolutely beautiful. I've got that little bit of start. I got plenty of time to work on him. But it is right here. It's that little brown right there under his beard for his coat. I wanted to start up at the top, but of course that is Krynick up at the top, and I wasn't going to start with Krynick. Nope. So I ended up starting in the center, and that's where I'm at with that. So let me see. Did I forget any stitching? Got that, got that, got that. That's all the stitching I did. So 20 minutes in. That's it. So I do have my birthday coming up on Wednesday, so I am going to have a sal. It's going to be It's My Birthday Sal. I'll post it up there with the hashtag. One of my New Year's resolutions is going to be to try to get more posted on Instagram. I'm really horrible at posting progress and posting things on Instagram. I really need to step up my game on there, so I need to get that done. So this one will have a hashtag. So if you're on Instagram and you start something on New Year's Eve and you would like for me to see what you're working on for my birthday, it doesn't have to necessarily be a birthday or what I'm working on, but it would be great to see what you're stitching on my birthday. So give it a post. And if you would like to be actually included in my sal, let me know. Send me a message below with your Instagram name, or you can email me, tell me what you're working on, and send me pictures, and I'll be glad to share pictures on my channel as I'm showing my birthday sal. I will show what you're working on for my birthday sal. I know I have one subscriber that's joining me. I actually have two. One happens to be a friend that are joining me on this sal, and all three of us, I have chose a Barber Anna, and they have chosen a Barber Anna as well. So hopefully I will get a lot of people joining in. I'm going to post a picture here of the one that I'm doing, which is the Dreaming Girl Sal. So I thought she was really bright and beautiful. I wanted to do something kind of bright and cheery. And so I'm going to do, and I've never done a Barber Anna before, so I said, why not try doing something you haven't done before? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the Dreaming Girl Sal one, and just love her beautiful red hair and all the different seasons on it. I thought that was perfect. I could work on each season during the season, which would be pretty cool. I am going to do it on a 16 count Whimsical by Bestitch Me, and it looks like this. So it's a beautiful blue that would go with all those wonderful colors. And then this is the palette for it. It's got lots of color here. Let me see if I can twirl it so you can kind of see. It's got so many different colors in it. So I think that's going to look great on here. Spread it out, huh? Yeah, I think that's going to look great. It's got a blue in there, but it's a lighter blues and a really darker blue, but different shades altogether. So I think it'll work just fine. So that's my plan. If you want to do a Barber Anna, that would be awesome. If you're already doing a Barber Anna and you want to just be tagged, or you want me to tag you in what we're doing and show your progress on yours, you're more than welcome to do that. Again, my email address is always down below in the description box. You can send me pictures of what you're working on and just put the hashtag It's My Birthday Sal and what you're working on, and I will include it. Please make sure you mention that it's okay to share your name, and you can tell me the name of the project, what fabric you're working on, and that would be great. And I'm glad to share that with you guys. So that is that. Beyond that, I also have decided on the first of the year that I'm going to join Nicole Spohr. If you don't watch her, I'll link her down below. She did 25 days of Vlogmas, so I'm sure everybody saw Nicole with her 25 days of Vlogmas. It was absolutely fabulous to watch everything. And I decided to join her on a Christmas WIPGO for 2026. I printed out her page, which is a free download that you can get if you go over to her page and any of her description boxes during the Vlogmas. I believe she has this posted for you to print out. And it's pretty much like WIPGO. You use the WIPGO call numbers and you put on here what you want to work on. I put on here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 winter Christmas projects. I didn't do just Christmas. I did winter and Christmas. Each one of them are on here twice. And then I added some of them, 3 of them I added a third time. And then in the center on 13, I put pick one to work on. So pick any one I want to work on. I did not frame how many stitches I had to get or anything like that. My thought is when it comes up, I will work on it as long as I feel like working on it, but at least it will get touched at least 2 or not 3 times within the year. So there's all the different projects that I'm going to do, and I'll list them for you. If you saw my WIP parade, you'll know these were all in the WIP parade. 1992 Sanda, which is the one I just showed you, which is this. Winter Sampler, which is Crochet Go-Go. Christmas Village, which I just showed you, that's Prairie Schooler. Gift of Peace, I just showed you, that's a lavender and lace. Evergreen Sampler, which is, can't remember her name, Rosewood Manor, but it's not it's a pattern that came out of a specialized book that you can't get any other way. Angel of Freedom, which is lavender and lace. Sunflower Snowman, which is my dimensions kit. 1999 Santa, which is the one I'm doing 1/1, which I still haven't finished. And my coffee shop, which is a dimensions piece. So those are the ones that I added to my plan. So 2 numbers. So the numbers for January are already called, which were 2 and 7. So number 2 is Gift of Peace. So I will continue working on that for the month, try to get as much done as I can. And also Winter Sampler, which I've been meaning to pick up anyway. So that is just awesome. So now I'm gonna pause for just a minute, and I want to set up to share the pictures I want to share. So hold on just a minute. Okay. So all of these designs were stitched by one person, and they were all finished through Jill Rensel Studios in Utah. I think it's Ogden, Utah. I'm not positive. But I wanted to share them because they were just so fabulous that I thought everybody needs to see these beautiful finishes to inspire you. And so not only how beautiful stitching can be, but how beautiful finishing can be, and framing when it's done by a talented artist as Jill Rensel and her team. So the first one I'm going to post is called Poltergeist Pirates. That is by Glendon Place. And I just absolutely love the ghost. Look at all the ghosts that she put on the matting, and she put fish and waves on the matting. Absolutely stunning. Just a beautiful, beautiful piece. The next one is a Joan Elliott called All Hallows Eve. And again, just exquisite in the matting, pulling that orange color into the mat. Doing the trim in the mat and then doing the painting. You can see on the edge of the mat that just kind of draws in those colors. It makes it look absolutely gorgeous. The next one is a Bent Creek, and it is called Flag 1998. Again, just beautiful hand painting done and cutting on the mat just makes the whole design just kind of jump out there. Just really beautiful design, and such a simple design, but it gets elevated with the mats, and the framing just makes it all pop just beautifully. Next is Something Wicked by La Di Da. And again, just I love the painting on this mat as well. I think it just, that little bit of green in the sock is just pulls out all that color and makes it pop off of the page, off of the stitching. Beautiful stitching, the mat, the framing, just absolutely gorgeous. It's just what you would want your stitching to look like in that mat and frame. It's just beautiful. The next one is Lila's Studio. It is Halloween Quaker. Beautiful stitching. And I love how Jill Rensel actually matches all the DMC colors in the matting that she does. It is just amazing, the artistry that is involved in it, and that the matching of the colors just make everything just so aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And it's multiple matted. It looks like it's got 3 different mats, which makes it really just stand out. The next one I'm going to show you, I'm trying to think, I think I'm missing something here. No, the next one I'm just going to show you is a design she had custom taken. It was a picture that she had made into a cross stitch, and I want to read what she wrote about that picture. I'm going to scroll over here a minute. Okay, here. Okay, so the backstory of the picture of the 2 little girls are they were killed during a police vehicle pursuit. They were only 2 and 4 when they were killed. So she ended up stitching and finishing that piece for that family to give to them. Which was, and she did not know these people. It was just a story that touched her heart, and it was absolutely fabulous of her to go out of her way to memorialize the girls for the parents and the family, which was really great. Another one I want to show you is one more. Oh no, I'm going to show you Lady of the Flag. So let's get to Lady of the Flag. And as you can see, again, the fabric that she used, I believe, was the Constitution fabric, it looks like. She ended up doing her Lady of the Flag in the blue colorway, which was really pretty. And then, again, it is triple matted by Rensel Studios. And if you notice it, if you look at the matting, the We the People that is on the fabric, it runs across to the matting. So it kind of just melds right into there so you can see exactly what those words are. Absolutely stunning how they have done it, and it's absolutely beautiful. She says that hangs in her office at work, so she looks at it every single day. So Charlene, thank you so much for sharing those pictures with me. Oh, one more. She has another Halloween one. I'm going to post it here. And it is the one with the mirror. So the one that Helen Dia told us about, the Halloween mirror, the circular one with the bats on it. She said she hunted for a pattern for several years, couple years, same as me. I'm still hunting, that she could do to put in that place of the mirror. And she ended up stitching this piece, which is called Halloween Pumpkin Castle. It is an Etsy pattern from a company called Stitchin' EMB, and I will post it below, the name of the shop and stuff, so you can find that if you're interested in that. But absolutely, again, it's stitch 1. I think it's over 1, she said. So it is quite a large pattern, and she ended up stitching it over 1 to make it small enough to go into that spot on the frame. So absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Charlene, they are absolutely gorgeous. And of course, like I said before, the framing, if you have a good framer, it makes all the difference in the world. I know that, oh my God, names and people just go right out of my head. Linda, Stitchy Linda. She has an awesome framer. Does a beautiful job on her framing. There used to be a framer next to the shop, the cross stitch shop that she goes to. That was my cross stitch shop when I lived in Florida. But they have since closed, so she has another framer, but the framer is not someone who's in business. They kind of do it on the side. So, but they also do an awesome job of framing and cutting the mats, so you have the cutouts and stuff that give it just a little more dimension to make it look great. So again, just wanted to share those. She had shot those across to me. I asked her if it was okay if I shared them because I was just in awe of seeing the work that she had put into them and then the framing that was done. I told her then that I wish I could afford to get Jill Rensel framing done on my pieces because they are very, very expensive, but well worth it. If you can afford to do that, maybe I can choose one design a year and just send that to Jill and have one done a year that special way. Maybe that's the ticket. Not going all out and trying to get everything done, but just one a year. So throw it on a credit card, get it paid off, pick the next one. Throw it on a credit card, pay it off, get the next one. So that may be what I do after seeing all these ones that Charlene did. Okay, I don't think I have anything else. I'm not going to share any stash uh, enhancements or anything like that this time around. I'm just going to cut it quick like this. I hope everyone has a blessed, safe new year. Stay safe out there. Unfortunately, there are times when New Year's Eve can be one of the most dangerous times because people, especially for us out in the country, not so much for people in the city, people shoot guns off and they don't think that if you shoot up in the air, it has to come down. So there's always deaths every year from people shooting in the air and then a bullet coming down in someone's house or their vehicle or something else around the country. So be safe. I will be staying in the house. I will be stitching on my birthday. I know a lot of people are doing 12 for 12. I won't be doing that because I'm doing my Whipco one, but I hope everyone gets all 12 of their starts started or all 12 of their whips worked on. I have so many things I want to start. I'm trying to stop the start-itis. It's just absolutely crazy that I can't stop myself from starting new things. So now I've picked on ornaments. I'm like, okay, if I feel like I need to start something, pick up an ornament and start it. Do not start any more large projects. I have way too many large projects. If you haven't seen all my projects, I do have a whip parade that I filmed 11, 12 days ago. You go back and watch that. And I need to start getting busy on those. So that may be part of my, sorry, that was my phone. That may be part of my plans for next year is to try to pick a whip and concentrate on it. If it's every, it may be one or two a month. I will be doing these, which will be they will be a focus. And I have Lila's studio, sorry, Let Freedom Ring, which I am behind now because Christmas put me behind on that, so I need to pick that up as well. So there's many things going on and I just need to get my mojo going and get some finishes, get some stitching done, get some finishing done, get some quilting done. Still working on getting the quilting wall up. My husband's promised me we're going to work on that, but I have a new idea on how to do that. So I want to talk to him again. I was talking about getting for those who quilt, getting the insulation boards and putting it up on this wall and then covering it in fabric. But I'm wondering if I should not just run a curtain rod across the whole thing and put the fabric on my, you have those little curtain clips, and hang it across and pull it out when I'm using it and put it back when I'm not. And I actually put cross stitch on that wall in between having stuff hanging there. So I don't know. I'm trying to see. I'm going to pick up the fabric. I'm going to hang it. I have a very large, long curtain rod. I'm going to put it up there. And I'm going to see if it works. If it doesn't, then I'll go back and get the insulation board. I'll put it on the insulation board and I'll put it up. But I already have the fabric and I'll have it cut to the size that I need. So that is my plan. So that is it. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Come back and see me. I'm going to try to get back on schedule with filming and sharing stuff. I did do some more on my embroidery pillow, but of course I forgot that in the other room, so I'll have to show that next time. Maybe by the next time I show this, that will be completed. So we'll see. Everybody have a blessed day. Thank you so much for visiting with me today, and I'll see you next year. Bye.